Today on the menu is this vibrant and flavor-packed garden pesto zucchini pasta topped with a couple perfectly poached eggs for a very well-rounded spring/summer lunch or dinner. There's tons of ways to customize this for your liking, but let's just dive into the recipe and see how it goes. Oh, beautiful day, loads of herbs. Got cilantro, chervil, fennel, some celery tops. We're just gonna pick a couple little varieties. Here I got some chervil. Oh, that was close. Got some basil here. Good selection of herbs to make a really beautiful dressing or a pesto. Definitely a nice toasty spring, late spring here in Middle Tennessee. That should be good. Beautiful little medley of herbs. Time to make this zucchini pasta. Very hard to find some of these at the store on a consistent basis. So when you can grow them, you know, fennel tops, chervil, things like that. Of course, you can find basil and cilantro in most stores, but one of the things you really want to pay attention to when you're working with fresh herbs, while you're working, if you're not using them, just cover them with a wet paper towel and set them off to the side. That way they just kind of stay really fresh. All right, I'm gonna grab some garlic, give that a smash. Garlic goes in the blender. You got your fresh herbs, fennel, cilantro, basil, chervil, and this is gonna be super herb packed. I'm gonna leave some of the fresh herbs for garnish. Olive oil, almonds. Of course, you can use toasted pine nuts if you'd like. This gives the sauce a little bit of body. Some black pepper, and of course some salt. If you do want cheese in this, or you want cheese within the recipe, you can always add it later and just keep this as a base pesto sauce for, you know, a lot of different uses. That's really refreshing and doesn't have sort of that undertone of richness that the cheese has to offer. So now we're gonna blend this. Gotta make sure I have my top and blend it until it's really beautiful and smooth. All right, you don't want to blend this too long or on too high of a speed for too long at least, because it will start to actually cook this mixture with all the friction. I can even feel it getting just slightly warm right now. So just be careful of that. But this is really exactly what you're looking for. Almost like a pesto oil, but with body. Now we're gonna pour this into a container. It's like a little herb garden sauce. All right, so now comes the fun part. So I'm gonna get this, this is basically a mandolin. It's like a vegetable turning device. So it's same principles of a mandolin with this razor sharp blade, and you get thin, beautiful strips or noodles or shavings and things like that. But instead of slicing it this way, you're turning the vegetable. So I like to call this a vegetable turner, because the way you operate this device is really just by turning a veggie and manipulating sort of the texture with different blade sizes, depths, thickness, or thinness. But this is really a fun part with this recipe. And then you're gonna put your thumb right on this to apply pressure and slowly just turn. So stinking cool. And it always yields these really weird little bits that in the professional kitchen we always have fun with. You fry them or bake them or make little funky family meal pastas with them, but we'll leave that for another day. This out of the way. Put these in a nice big bowl for mixing, just so they're all evenly coated. And then you're just gonna spoon some of that pesto right inside. You want this to be pretty good and coated, but not overly dressed. You're just gonna lightly sort of marinate this in that pesto sauce. You don't want it to be, you know, sitting too long, otherwise it really does kill that refreshing snap to the zucchini. So maybe just 10 minutes or so while I poach my eggs, because I am gonna be adding some poached egg to this because I've been working out lately, and it's just a nice little addition of protein and fat that my body I feel like needs right now. So that is gonna be the next thing on the agenda. So let's put this in the fridge and let this sit for about 10 minutes. All right, this is classic poached eggs. A little bit of salt, vinegar, although this is becoming a little controversial. You don't really need vinegar, but it seems to do the job. Give it a little swirl, crack it in. Boop. All right, lay these on a paper towel to absorb some of that water. No one likes watery poached eggs. And since this is gonna be a cold salad, I'm just gonna quickly immerse these in some cold ice water to keep the yolk really runny, because if I just let it sit out, what happens is it's gonna just slightly start to hard boil around that yolk, and it's just not gonna have that same effect when you go crack into it. Let these sit for about 4 to 5 minutes just so the yolk stops cooking, and then it's time to plate this up. All right, so the first thing that's gonna go down is the pasta. Gonna make a good base. Some of the little feta crumble around. Poached eggs. Just a little bit of that pesto. A few little herbs here and there. Just a little bit of black pepper to finish. And that's it. Zucchini pesto pasta, fresh herbs, feta cheese, poached eggs. Perfect pasta for the spring and summer. All right, my favorite part of the video, testing, tasting, testing time. All right, so let's try this out. Ooh, man, the herbs in this, they're just addicting. They're so aromatic. Just smells like a savory garden. Super refreshing. Oh yeah, beautiful pasta. The feta cheese makes this so good. The egg, the herbs, the pesto, the combo together is just magical. It's rich, but light, refreshing, smells incredible. And honestly, this does not break the bank. I think the herbs would probably be the most expensive product in this if you were to buy them from the store. You know, fennel, basil, cilantro, chervil. Those would be the most expensive ingredients. That's really why I love growing herbs, because it just eliminates that. They don't take too much care. And once you get them going, you have them pretty much all summer long, or at least 1 or 2 of the seasons, whether it's gonna be spring or fall, because they can be a little delicate. The cooler months definitely are a little bit more advantageous for herb growing, but you can have them almost all year long, and it's not that hard actually to manage. Super, super good. If you guys enjoyed the recipe, give it a like. Subscribe to my channel if you guys enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment down below letting me know if you guys want to see more spring, summer inspired recipes like this one, especially from the garden. The ingredients will be in my description box, so check that out, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Later, guys.